What happened is on June 16th, I said, I'm going to run because I cannot stand to see what's happening to our country. I love this country. I love this country. I didn't need this, folks. As much as I love Fort Wayne, I could be someplace else right now relaxing and doing something. But honestly, I couldn't stand seeing. And just like you're great people, no matter where I go in this country, they're unbelievable people. We shouldn't be in this position. Do you know, middle income, I love you too, darling. Oh, look at, I love you too, darling, thank you. But you know, middle income people are making less money today in real dollars by far than they made 18 years ago, okay? They're working harder. In many cases, they have 2 jobs, and they're doing worse. It's supposed to be the opposite. Now, I'm working harder than I worked 18 years ago, too, I'll be honest with you. I'm doing this, I'm doing the other stuff. But, you know, fortunately, I have three older kids that are doing a good job, and I have executives that do a good job. They can run the company because I want to focus on this. This is so important, what we're doing. You know, Time Magazine, many covers over the last 4 months. They call it a movement, and good covers, really good covers. And I'm the messenger, and all I am is the messenger, believe me. I'm a good messenger, I got to say. But I'm the messenger. And the messenger is basically saying we want to be the smart country again. We don't want every country that does business with us to take us over. You know, in Indiana, you have a horrible thing that I've used for months, and nobody else brought it up until the last couple of days. I heard the Lion Ted was going about Carrier. The guy never even heard of Carrier. I bought air conditioners from them, thousands, you know, over the years. But I see now they're all into the Carrier. But I've been talking about it for 4 months, since I saw the clip of the mid-level management guy in a rather vicious manner firing 1,400 people because they're going to move to Mexico, right? No, it's terrible. And I've been talking about Indiana, and I didn't do it for this. It just happened to be. It's like when Coach Knight, he called. I said, Coach, thank you. I'll let you know. And then all of a sudden I realized I'm in Indiana. Coach Knight called me. And I said to a friend of mine, how are we doing in Indiana? He said, pretty well. By the way, we got great polls today. Don't worry about them. Don't listen to them. Forget it. Pretend we're losing. We're not. We're winning big. But pretend we're losing, because we have to win big. The more we win by, the better it is. But Coach Knight, so I said to a friend, who would be the best endorsement I could get? It took him about 12 1/100ths of a second. I said, who would be the best? He said, well, Bobby Knight, if you could get him. I said, you know, 1 year ago, he called me, and he really told me I should run. That was before I decided to run. Let me see if I can find his number. I go, where's his? There it is. I call him. He didn't even know who it was. He might have seen Trump or something on the phone. He didn't even know. He goes, I've been waiting for you to call. Unbelievable. That was 2 weeks ago. I said, Coach, could you come in? I said, is the endorsement still good? He said, absolutely. He said, you're the only man going to straighten out this country. He said, absolutely. I said, Coach, could you come in? Yeah, right? Amazing. Great guy. He is a great guy. You know what I love about him? First of all, remember this. He's tough. Everyone knows. He's really smart. Okay, just so you know. You know, I know a lot of tough guys that are not smart. I know plenty of smart guys that are not tough. I mean, we have all combinations, right? But Bobby Knight is really smart. Everybody knows the toughness, but he's really smart. And you don't do, you know, he won 900 games. He won 3 championships for Indiana. He won the Pan Am Games. He won the Olympics. He is the last one to have an undefeated season, and he almost had 2 of them in a row. I mean, the guy, you know, bottom line, he's a winner. And we don't win anymore as a country. We don't win anymore. We don't win with trade. We don't win with military. We can't beat ISIS. We don't win anymore. So we're going to start winning. And we're going to do not what's politically correct. That is a disastrous term, political correctness. We're going to put America first, okay? We want America to be first. You ever see these deals we make? We're more concerned about other countries than we are about ourselves. And in the meantime, we have all these people laid off all over the place. I mean, I went to New York State, Syracuse, Poughkeepsie, Albany, Rome, but the real Rome, the Rome that's in New York State, not the other Rome. Rome, New York State. I went to these places. I went to the island. I went to Bethpage and so many other places. And you know, Suffolk County, it is so sad to see all those. I mean, I'm driving from, I knew it anyway because I've lived there, but I'm driving all the way, I'm driving to different venues, and I see factory after factory after factory closed. And the people, and the real estate's worthless. It's all worthless. I say, maybe I could buy some of this real estate. It's worthless. Doesn't help. We got to change it. We can't let these other countries manipulate their currencies. They're devaluing their currencies. They're making it impossible for our countries. Our companies cannot compete. And we make better product. Now, we talk about free trade. I'm a free trader. But our leaders don't give us a chance. They make such bad deals that you can't be. Free trade is great for every country other than ours. So now I'm just a smart trader. And what we're going to do, take as an example, you could take Nabisco Ford, you could take hundreds of, but let's use Carrier. So they're going to leave Indiana. They're going to move to Mexico. They're going to make their air conditioners. They're going to sell them across here, probably for the same price. Maybe they'll charge more money. Who knows? And you know what? Not going to happen. I'm going to tell them, if I become president, through an intermediary, although I'd like to do it myself, it's so much fun. I love doing this stuff. My wife says, presidential. I said, look, I love doing this. And who can do it better than me, right? But I have guys. I have so many guys. We have, people don't realize, we have the greatest business people in the world. They're not used. We use political hacks. We use people that aren't even smart to negotiate with China the biggest deals in the world. You know, those trade deals are much bigger than companies. There's no company deal that's as big as some of these trade deals. So we use politically induced people. People that gave money to get their job, people that just want to do it, people that probably have bad interests when they negotiate. But we use political hacks against China. Now, I know a lot about China. I've made a lot of money dealing with China. You can check it. You can look at the buildings I have. I did a lot of good deals with China. And again, nothing against China, Mexico, Japan, Vietnam is hot as a pistol now. All of these countries. It's just our people. So here's what we do. I call, meaning I, my people, who knows? I'll do it any way you want. I couldn't care less. I'm not proud. We call up. We say, if you leave Indiana, and you can do it now. You really have time. They haven't left yet. You leave Indiana, every product that you make that comes across that border is going to be taxed at 35%. Do it now. No, you do it now. I'm just thinking, first time I said it, do it now before they leave. They're not leaving. Now all of a sudden their bottom line's not looking so good. Now here's what some people will say. Some people will say, well, the products are going to be more expensive that come into the country. Now, in this case, it doesn't really matter. In this case, I don't think they would be. They'd be the same price probably. But forget that. Even if they were, here's the difference. And they never report it. I say, make sure because obviously some of this product will be more expensive. But here's the difference. We're going to have our jobs. So when you add the jobs plus a more expensive, I like that better than just having cheap crap coming in all the time, right? I like it better. So we're going to have our jobs, and we're going to make our own product, and we're going to sell that product also, and we're not going to let China and all these countries continue to devalue their currency. Because, you know, in Japan, and I understand this, they're very proud of their product. They don't want to buy American products. The people, they want to buy products made in Japan because they're proud of their country. And in China, they want to buy products in China. But you can't do business in China very easily. Very hard for you to send your products in. But they have a pride. Well, we have a pride, too. I want to use products made in the USA, okay? I want to do that. So I told them, we're going to build a wall. Mexico's going to pay for the wall. We're going to stop the drugs. And our country that we love is going to start winning again. The key, you got to go on Tuesday. We're having a lot of fun tonight with a bad subject. You know, it's hard to have fun. A very big musician, I won't say who, like the biggest, said Trump's the greatest in the world without a guitar, meaning who the hell else can fill a place like this and I don't have a musical instrument, right? He said Trump is the greatest in the world. This guy fills up the stadiums. He doesn't have bands. He doesn't have music. I only have the brain, folks, and the mouth, because you got to have a little combination between the brain and the mouth. But believe me, they're good. But you have the brain, too, and that's why you're all here, because you're sick and tired of watching our country lose and watching our country get ripped off in the military, in trade, with our vets, with everything. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to think back in 5 years from now, and 30 years from now, and 50 years, hopefully. There'll be some of us around. Let's see, me, I don't think I'll be, but there'll be some of us around. You got a lot of young people. But you're going to think back, and you're going to say, this was an amazing evening in Indiana. And more importantly, on Tuesday, you're going to go to vote. And you're going to say, when you think back, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, you're going to say that was the greatest vote you ever cast. That was a vote you cast for President Trump, the Trump administration. And you're going to say that was the single greatest vote you've ever cast, because all of a sudden, we're going to beat Hillary. By the way, the polls are now saying we're even with her and going up. I guess you saw that. I guess you saw that. And these other two guys never had a negative ad. I had 55,000 negative ads. And I'm now beating her or tied. And I haven't even focused on her. Don't forget, 17 people, 1, 2, 3, every week, boom, boom, boom. Now I can focus on her. Will that be fun? Oh, will that be fun? But look. But the polls are showing now, Rasmussen and another one just came out yesterday that I'm even. I don't like even, but even's fine because they had me down. You know, I had 55,000 negative ads. During Florida, I said, there's no way I can win. Every ad, I watched television. Every single ad of every show on television was a negative Trump ad. And they're phony ads. They're wrong. Mostly, yeah, a couple of things that are correct, but that's okay. But they're wrong. And I had 55,000 negative ads, and I won Florida in a landslide. And I won just about everything in a landslide. You know, last week I won 5 states in a landslide. Everyone was a landslide. I mean, Cruz was getting like 10%. How do you run for president if you get like 12% in New York? You can't even think about it. And then the week before that with New York, it was the same thing. So look, you're gonna look back and we're gonna start winning again. We're going to win with our military. We're going to win on trade. We're going to win at the border. We're going to win with education. We're getting rid of Common Core, bring it local. We're going to win with health care. We're going to win with health care. And you're going to look back, though, and you're going to say that was the greatest vote. And I'll tell you something, folks. I give you my word. Go out and vote. It's so important on Tuesday. Get your friends to vote. You can cross over. You know, here you can cross over. I love it when they cross, because in New York, they had a big story on it. In New York, you're not allowed. If you're a Democrat, you have to vote Democrat. But they had a big story. The people that work in the polling booths, you know, they've been there for years. Some of them are like 80 years old, and they've done it for 45 years. They said on television, local television, we've never seen anything like it. Everybody that comes in wants to know if they can vote for Trump. That was in New York. They said everybody, and we said no, because you have to vote Democrat. But we're going to have massive crossover. We're going to have massive independent votes. And you know what I see more than anything else? I'm on lines and we sign and we shake hands with people. Every 20th person says to me, Mr. Trump, I mean, these are 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old people. They say, Mr. Trump, I've never voted before. You're the first time in my life that I'm voting, and I'm so proud of it. And they'll have the Trump shirt, and they're so proud. They said they've never had anybody they wanted to vote for. It never meant anything to them because they'd never had anybody they wanted to vote for. So get out and vote, because I'm telling you, we're going to start winning again, winning like we have never won before. We are going to make America greater, greater, greater than ever before. Thank you. Thank you. We will make America great again. Get out and vote. Thank you, Indiana. Thank you. Thank you, Indiana. We love you.